afternoon, Haruri here, and welcome to my channel. I have got two things, one not so big, but one a little more major for you today. The not so big item is a blind bag that I found at, what did I find these at? Dollar Tree, maybe? It was a dollar store. I know it was somewhere cheap, but totally tiny. Basically the same thing everyone else has been doing, making small products, but I wanted to see just what kind of quality we were getting out of these bags, and in particular on the back they're showing a tiny teapot. Now I will admit I did poke around in the box and so I found something bulky, but that's no guarantee that that's what I've got. Anyway, let's see what's in these, and after that I will discuss what else we're doing today. Let's start with the skinny one. No idea what it is, but it feels like there's more than one thing in here. Simple tear open. And everything is in a little pouch together. And it looks like it's the movie snacks. A pretzel. I don't know what the pink things are. Are they gummy bears? They might be pink gummy bears, it looks like. And let me cut this. Put it in my pocket. Okay. Let's look at the pretzel first. It's a hard plastic. They have actually molded in the salt crystals, but it's not painted in any way at all. It's just brown plastic, but otherwise it has pretty good detail. And it's got the twist all the way around, no flat sides or anything. And they did take the time to take the seams off, so it's pretty good, and probably with a little painting would be an excellent prop for one of your dolls. This other one, which I think is gummy bears. Yeah, it's a pile of pink gummy bears. There's like, you can actually count them, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You got 10 gummy bears in a wad. They're all pink. Not really detailed once you get the lower ones, but you can still see their little snouts and everything on the ones on the top. Again, well, honestly, being a gummy bear, you wouldn't have any painted details, but you could if you wanted to. And that's actually, you know, not too badly made. And that is unusual. I haven't seen anybody else do piles of gummy bears. So let's check the other one and see if it's the item I hope it is. And it looks like it is. Okay, so it is afternoon tea, which is a teapot and a teacup. The teacup has no handle. It's just a plain plastic cup. Has a little bit of a foot molding. Nothing on the inside. If you wanted to paint it, I would say you probably could, but you know, a porcelain teacup would look like that as well. Let's have a look at this teapot, because this is the real item I actually wanted. There is a little smudge right on the top, which I wiped right off. Here it is. It's a nice size. The blue flower pattern is actually raised. The handle works. Do you open? It does indeed open, though the spout doesn't go all the way through. That's actually pretty nicely made. There's some good detail there. I don't see any molding flaws. I'm actually really pleased with this. And having come from, I do believe I got it from Dollar Tree, it's $1.25. You're paying a lot more than that for the others. So these, yes, I do highly recommend them. Go ahead and get them. I don't think they have much variety. The only other thing I see on the package is a hot dog and an ear of corn. It shows pictures, like drawings on the front, But those are the only things, the pretzel, the candy, the teapot, the cup, the hot dog, and the corn are the only things they show here. So if there's more, I don't know. Those are guaranteed, I'm pretty sure. Just the right size for a Barbie. Wouldn't be a bad size for Rainbow High style dolls. I say go for these. 100%. So, the main event. You've already seen me go to Wish. You've already seen me go to Temu. And because of some things that I've been seeing on some other channels, specifically doll collector channels, I decided to give a try to AliExpress, which is also Alibaba. Hadn't touched them before. I have problems with glitching on their page. I don't know if it has to do with the system I'm using, my phone, what it is, but it's difficult for me to navigate their page because of it. Other than that, they don't harass you to death with advertising the way Temu does. And they do have, I'm going to say cautiously, they seem to have more high quality items available than you can get from Wish. Though, if you're a maker, Wish has a lot of art supplies. If you're a doll collector, Temu has a lot of the 3D printed stuff. Yes, they might have recasts and the resin things. You have to be careful there. But the 3D printed stuff is all coming from open patterns mostly. I won't say that there aren't any that they aren't fudging on. Somebody else will know better than I am certain. But so far the things I've gotten haven't been too bad. On AliExpress, it is known they have recasts in their resin dolls. Be very careful. Some of their other things are bootlegged as well. Be very careful. Now, as for what I've gotten today, that's not as big of an issue, and I will explain why. But first, let's get this open. Now, if you're in the doll collector community, you're looking at this box and you go, I know what that is. And you're right. If not, I'll show you. The only reason I took the risk of doing this is because these are incredibly cheap. What I got is incredibly cheap, I should say. Further explanation here in a minute. So first thing out, if you haven't started guessing yet, here are the extra hands. There's a lot of extra poses in there. And wrapped up in plastic, here's what I got. I have ordered a Blythe doll. And so let me tell you a little bit about Blythe dolls. You know, I collect Asian ball jointed dolls. And in general, the doll collecting community considers an Asian ball jointed doll to be ball jointed, strung, and resin. They also prefer that it be from somewhere in Asia, Japan, Korea, China, it does not matter, somewhere in Asia. There are American ones and European ones that are made. I personally do not see a problem with them being from whatever country. Anybody can make them. They're still a ball jointed doll. They're still of value. The rules still apply. Modifying, unless they come as a full kit, modifying them brings more value to them. There are some people out there that are like, it came from America. You can't bring it to our page. Whatever. If you don't want it on your page, fine. But there's nothing wrong with collecting a doll that's made in America or France or England or wherever. They're still ball jointed dolls. They still count. Following that, there are dolls that are strung with ball joints made of some form of plastic or other polymer. Resin is a plastic. So is the vinyl stuff. So is the PVC stuff. Yes, the other plastics are cheaper. That's not a problem. That's where you start getting into this territory. For the most part, Blythe dolls, to my knowledge, are not strung. So I'm going to double check that here in just a moment. They are a plastic doll. Sometimes vinyl, sometimes PVC. You see a lot of different plastics in them. They are modifiable, meaning you can change their eyes, you can change their hair, you can change their makeup, which is really true of any doll. They still have ball joints in most of them. There are different bodies you can end up with depending on what company is making them. Note I said it is a Blythe doll, but it's coming from multiple companies. That's one of the points I'm coming down to in a minute. I still consider these a perfectly fine collectible doll of the ball joint variety, even though the originals are not Asian. Current ones will be. They are not resin. They are plastic. No problem to me. I say they still count. But do keep in mind, a lot of ball jointed doll groups online will not permit them. I do believe that they pull-ups they might. Some of them do, which includes Tai Yang, which I have a Tai Yang downstairs. Absolutely love him. He's gorgeous. Somebody at a doll show gave him to me at a discount because they saw that I loved him and they wanted him to go to a good home. Let it be known he went to a very good home and he is very loved. I don't have any pull-ups though, and until now I did not have any Blythes. Blythe was originally made by Kenner in the 70s, and it was a very short-lived doll. Those original dolls are worth a lot of money. So if you see one and they're saying it's a Kenner, and it looks like the price is really nice, it's not a real one. Not a Kenner one. There are companies in Asia, I don't know the names, there are other doll collectors that can tell you better than I, that have officially licensed Blythe dolls. They are worth quite a bit, usually a few $100s. Some of them not so high, some of them very high. They can go into the thousands, just like ball jointed dolls do. Other ones. But, that in mind, there is no problem in the community for having a Blythe doll that is a reproduction, because the originals are no longer being made. So that's what you're going to see, are reproduction dolls. They're made just like a Blythe, they look like a Blythe, but they're made a little bit cheaper, and they're coming from all sorts of little random companies. So you're going to get a lot of different quality variations as well. You're going to have a lot of variations in the way that they are made. Some will have matte faces, some will have very shiny plasticky faces. Some will have nicer hair than others. Some will come with clothes, some will not. You're going to get a lot of variety. Read carefully. Get as much research as you can to be sure you get what you want. Now I am getting one. I am relatively certain that she is a reproduction. I liked her for her wig and the fact that she does have a matte face. I didn't want a shiny glossy face. I mean, very few of my dolls have that anyway. But anyway, this is her. Found her on AliExpress because they do carry a lot of them. And it seems she has come very nicely packaged. They had her in bubble wrap. There's one bag. Here's the second bag. They usually come with a face shield, which I do like very much. Let me take the little rubber band off here that holds it. Nice little face shield. Keep that handy. These little face shields, you don't have to pay for them. If we're going to give you one for free, keep it. It'll help you keep your dolls very nice while traveling. Get the plastic off of her body here. Whenever it's attached. How did they put this on you? Here she is. Mine did not come with clothes. The advertisement showed her having clothes on, but they said right in the ad that she would not come with them. That's okay. Let me get this hair keeper off of her. That's basically just to keep her from frizzing all over the place and getting caught in the tape. But look at this wig. This is why I ordered this particular doll. I've got to say, it's a very soft wig. I am not familiar with the hair fibers to tell you if it is saran or poly or what. I will say it's very silky, very heavy hair. Pretty vibrant color. She's got a mixture of pastels and brights. And now I'm going to turn her around so that you can see her face, which I love. This little soft face. She has just very light pink blushing, inset eyelashes on her eyes. She does have a bit of a seam here around her head, which I think a lot of them do. And mine has pierced ears, so I can give her earrings if I like. Is she rooted into a wig cap? Or just rooted? She's fully rooted, so her hair is permanent. She is articulated at the head, side to side. She cannot move up and down. She has shoulder up and down, forward and back. A pivot at mid bicep. She has a twist elbow and a wrist that can be adjusted, which you can also change her hands out. She has a twist at the waist, hip. Let's see, which kind of rolls in and out too. Let's see if her mid-thigh moves. There's a join there. Yes, her mid-thigh moves. She's articulated at the knee, and she's articulated at the ankle. Now, I grew up with illustrations that looked like this because, yes, I was born in the 70s. So that was a pretty popular thing to have. And frankly, oh, she sheds a bit. Those little illustrations, I had one of a kitten in my room. It was sitting in an alley with an empty can of tuna, and I looked at that thing and went, oh, it's starving. It was cute, but it was upsetting to me. So, yeah. And my sister had a couple of pictures of Harlequin characters, I think. Anyway, this was the look. Now she's very plastic. I don't know if you can hear her, but hear that creakiness? It's just the plastic. The heads are incredibly heavy compared to the bodies. So they're not going to stand up very easily on their own. Now here's the other thing. She's got a cord back here. And let's give this a try. Her eyes can change. So right now we have some very nice sapphire blue eyes, which I rather like. But you pull the string. There's a click. Now her eyes shift to the side and they're amber colored. We'll do it again. To the front, and they are pink. Now they're shifted to my side and they're gray. And back to the front with the blue. And you can see there's a little hole here that the string goes in. A lot of people will take this string and bead it to make it look nicer, and also to keep it from getting tangled up in the hair. How easy is this one to open, I wonder? Can she be opened? Looks like I need to take a screwdriver to her to open her up. So she's not a bad quality. She's actually pretty nice. A little bit of gloss on the lip. I like that. Eyelash is caught. There we go. I like that glossy lip. That little bit of rose blush. She has eyebrows. They're light brown and they're feathered in. So there are little individual hairs painted in. But I thought about a Blythe doll for a long time, and I don't mind that she is a replica or that she didn't come with clothes, because there are some things that I want to try with her. And in fact, I'll address that in the next video, because there's something else new I want to show you. So, I would recommend her. I find her quality to be very nice. She's a little better made than the other plastic dolls that I've gotten, like off of Wish or wherever. She's a little heavier made, much more sturdy. And she's a good starter doll for someone who may want to look into getting started on doll collecting. She costs about the same as a Rainbow High doll. They come in 3 different sizes that I know of. There's a midi that's like a preteen size, and then there's minis, which those, a few years back, they got with Littlest Pet Shop, and they did a collaboration where you would get a Blythe doll and a little Littlest Pet Shop gift set. I don't know how many of those you can still find out there today, but the quality was okay. They didn't catch my attention then, but this did. And this beauty is, I'm keeping her face up, and I'm going to be making some clothes for her. Anyway, guys, if you like this content, remember to like, subscribe, and share. You will find me here at Kitsune Haruri on YouTube. Also, Doll Yokai on YouTube, where I am doing doll customization and also doing some clothing and other things for dolls. You'll also find me on Rumble now. I've got Doll Yokai started there. We're going to see how that goes. I'm going to spread out. I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying here. But I'm there as well. Just so we can cast the net a little farther. And they just simply don't have that much content in the stuff that we like. So I decided to help them out. Anyway, guys, thank you so very much for watching. Like, subscribe, share. Check me out on Rumble as well. And also check out my Etsy and Patreon. And I will see you next